I'm going to pick all the games for Division 1 FBS football for the top 25 here. The first game is number 24, NC State versus Western Carolina. That will be played on August 29th at 6 p.m. Central Time on ACC Network. There's no discussion to be needed here. It's NC State. Number 11, Missouri versus Murray State at 7 p.m. Central Time on SEC Network on August 29th. No discussion needed. It's Missouri. Number 22, Kansas versus Lindenwood at like Children's Mercy Park, where Division 1, for soccer tournament for the Big 12 used to be. And that's at 7 p.m. Central Time on the 29th on ESPN Plus. No discussion needed. Kansas should win that game. Now, number 12, Utah takes on Southern Utah University at 8 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. Utah should win this game. Should. Now, August 30th, there's only one game in the top 25, and that's number 16, Oklahoma versus Temple. Oklahoma is favored by 43 points. And the game will be played at 6 p.m. Central Time on ESPN. Oklahoma's going to win this game. Temple is one of the worst teams in the American. Now, August 31st games for here until there's a Sunday game I need to mention and then a Monday game. So I'm just going to make that clear. So, number 1, Georgia takes on number 14, Clemson. And it's not at Georgia, but it's in Atlanta. Like on ABC/ESPN Plus at 11 a.m. Georgia's favored by 13.5. I think Georgia should win this game by at least 10 points. Should. Now, there's one of these games on the Saturday that I am really conflicted with. Number 8, Penn State at West Virginia. And it's 11 a.m. on Fox. Penn State's favored by 8.5. Nothing would shock me in this game. Morgantown's a tough place to play. I just think Penn State somehow survives that game. Though it may be close, and it will be closer than last year's score. I can promise you guys that. Okay, now number 25, Iowa versus Illinois State on the Big Ten Network at 11 a.m. There's no spread on the game currently, but I would think Iowa would win. But the Iowa offense needs to improve from last year, and it needs to start with this game. Okay, number 16, Tennessee versus Chattanooga at 11:45 a.m. on SEC Network. There's no spread on the game currently, but come on. Tennessee's going to win. Let's be clear. Now, this is another one of those games I was debating about right here. Number 17, Oklahoma State versus South Dakota State. Oklahoma State's favored by 9.5, and it's at 1 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. South Dakota State has won 29 straight games. The only other game that they lost last time was actually Iowa 7-3, and they did not even give up a touchdown. Yeah, Iowa scored 2 safeties and a field goal to beat them. I think this game will be tight. But Oklahoma State has too much experience to let an upset happen. But you never know. So I'm going with Oklahoma State in that game. So now, number 2, Ohio State versus Akron on CBS at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. Ohio State is favored by 50 points. Ohio State's going to win. Come on. Number 4, Texas versus Colorado State at 2:30 p.m. Central Time on ESPN. Texas favored 32.5. Texas is going to win. Now, this is another one of those games I was debating about. Number 19, Miami. Florida. At Florida. At 2:30 p.m. Central Time on ABC/ESPN Plus. Miami, Florida is favored by 2.5. This is like the hot seat bowl. Right here. And nothing would shock me in this game, to be honest. And I know Billy Napier did beat Utah a few years ago at home. And in order for Florida to make a bowl game, they have to win this game. I don't think Florida wins. I think Miami, Florida wins the game, but it will be close. Okay, number 5, Alabama versus Western Kentucky at 6 p.m. Central Time on ESPN. Alabama's February 31. Come on, Alabama all day. Now, number 6, Ole Miss versus Furman at 6 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus / SEC Network Plus. No spread on the game, but I'm going to go with Ole Miss. Number 18, Kansas State versus UT Martin at 6 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. Come on, Kansas State should win this game. Number 3, Oregon versus Idaho, and that's on Big Ten Network at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Oregon. Now, this is one of those games I'm really debated with. Number 7, Notre Dame at number 20 on the Texas A&M. Texas A&M is February 2.5, and the game is on ABC / ESPN Plus at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. College Station is not an easy place to play. And I could see this going either way. But I'm going with Notre Dame. Slightly. But an upset wouldn't shock me here. Number 9, Michigan versus Fresno State on NBC at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Michigan's favored by 21.5. Come on, Michigan. Now, number 21, Arizona versus New Mexico. And New Mexico lost to Montana State by 4 points. 35-31. And it's at 9:30 p.m. Central Time on ESPN. Arizona's favored by 31 points. Arizona's going to win this game comfortably. Sorry. Now, there's only one game on September 1st, and that is number 23, USC versus number 13, LSU. And it's in Las Vegas at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on ABC / ESPN Plus, and LSU's favored by 4.5. Both teams' quarterbacks are gone, and neither defense was that great last year. So who do I go with here? I think I'll go with LSU slightly, but I'm not comfortable with the pick here. And now, the last game. Number 10, Florida State, who lost to Georgia Tech on a game-winning field goal. And I did say that was a coin flip game, if y'all recall, in my eyes, in Ireland, versus Boston College on September 2nd, 6:30 p.m. Central Time on ESPN. Florida State's favored by 17 points. I think Florida State's going to take out the frustration from the Georgia Tech game and make all the changes necessary to win the game here, especially at home. Though I will say, if they start 0-2, for Florida State. I know it's early on in the year, but they're not going to make the playoff. But if they lose this game, they're not making the playoff with 10, unless they win 10 straight games. But look at their schedule. They got Notre Dame. That's just an example right there. You could check a schedule further and further on, but I'm just making a point. Florida State should win this game. Boston College has a new head coach also. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 7 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 or more, so make money off this. Of course, liking the video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm so more people could see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people could watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe button for the notification bell as well.